Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. Guys, I do want to welcome you back to another week. I do want to apologize in advance because I'm a little bit on the lazy side, but you know how we do it over here. We are going to push through. So guys, I do want to welcome you to another week. And guys, if you've stopped by a couple times, you've seen a couple of my videos, I really hope it doesn't trouble you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so that you're notified every time I release a new video. So guys, I am excited to tell you that I have opened registration for our March 4th licensing course. So guys, you want to make sure that you sign up early. You want to make sure you reserve your seat in this class. I'm so excited to be launching the second edition of the Homecare licensing course. So the link is below in the video description. Make sure you check that out before you leave. But guys, I have a great video for you today. And this actually came out of my class because we were talking about what's the best way to market your home care agency? How are you going to get your clients? Just that conversation that's always a buzz, right? How are you going to get your clients? Well, a natural question came about. Well, once I get them on the phone, what do I say? And so I think that's a very good question. So today we are going to talk about call scripting when you get your prospective clients on the line. So guys, if that's something that you're interested in, then stay tuned. Guys, the first tip that I want to share with you today is you should have some type of standard opening or some type of standard greeting. Now guys, I will say this, I am old school. I am proud to be old school. And I will tell you, most people, especially because their family's care is on the line and because there's money on the line, people want to feel appreciated for the business that they're about to bring to you. And so a standard opening for me is good afternoon, evening, whatever it is. We're going to say afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling ABC Home Care. How can I help you? It's as simple as that. It's just a greeting. It's welcoming them to the conversation. It's letting them know that you are a professional agency and you are there to assist. So tip one always is you have to have a standard open greeting or welcome. So now that you get your greeting out of the way, the next thing you want to do is really jump right into the conversation. That usually sounds like, how can I help you? Or tell me about your family member who requires care. Now guys, really during this time, we should pay special attention to what the person is saying. By doing so, you're letting that person know that, for one, you're interested in their situation, you're interested in the person who requires care, and you're listening for those cues that you can reply back as soon as it's time for you to start engaging in the conversation. As this person is talking, you are really looking for small bridges, I like to call them. So let me tell you an example of a bridge. Let's say the person says to you, hey, it's just been myself taking care of my mom, and things are getting a little rough at work. I really need to invest more time into my job. That's a bridge because she's letting you know that she's spending a lot of time at work and she has been the sole person to take care of her mother. So you come in and you say to that, wow, it sounds like mom has been receiving excellent care by you. We want to make sure that we take care of that excellent care for your mother on your behalf. See? So you're just really drawing a bridge from that person's concern to the services that you offer. So it's really making that person feel that your business is a trusted place for her mom to be. The second question, if you don't get it from the opening, it's really diving in to say, what types of services do you need? And so hopefully in that introduction, that person may be going back and forth, telling you what they do for their mom right now. And remember, it's kind of separate because you want to be clear. What that person does for their mom isn't necessarily what you're going to be doing. I want to be very clear about that because typically when a person is being cared by their family members, they're giving them medication, they're taking care, they're turning them, they're doing all of these things. But remember, as non-medical home care agencies, we can't disperse medication. So you really want to understand Even though you're actually going to do some type of assessment in the client's home, you want to know upfront, what services are you looking for? So that person may say, hey, mom is totally bedridden. She's going to need you to transport her to and from the bathroom. She's going to need you to prepare and feed her meals. She's going to need for you to do some companion care. She's going to require that you do her laundry. You're going to have to change her every day. And as that person is telling you what they need, you're again jotting that down, so that when that person is done, okay, so what it sounds like is your mom needs help with her activities of daily living, meal prep, companionship care, light housekeeping. Is that correct? Okay, so you're not having them go back into what they said, because remember, they just spent a whole bunch of time talking to you about what's needed, but you're letting them know that you're listening to them. And so it's really important that you know exactly what it is that this person is looking for, because if there's any discrepancies, if there's anything that's questionable, you can talk about that right then and there. Okay, you can dispel that right then and there. The third question, guys, remember, you spent a lot of time to get this person on the phone. You've put a lot of effort into your marketing, into your branding, into really making sure that your agency is an agency of choice. You want to make sure you don't let any prospect go without asking them question number 3, which is, how soon are you looking to start services? Now, guys, listen. You got to learn how to capitalize on the time that you have with a person, understanding that when you hang up, you may not hear from them again. So you really want to get in there. You want to ask the questions that's going to help you solidify that next step, which is hopefully that in-home assessment. So it should be natural for you to understand what the client needs, understand that you can provide that need, and then move the conversation forward. This sounds like this could be a good relationship between you and ABC Homecare. How soon are you looking to start services for mom? That's it. And see what that person says. Now, listen, guys, you may have someone who says, oh, I'm not sure. Well, that's when you talk them through it. Okay, so are you looking at 1 week, 2 weeks? You really kind of start guiding them along to helping them come to a decision, right? So you're not being pushy. You don't want to push them away, but you do want to be upfront enough to guide the conversation. So are you looking at a week, 2 weeks? Okay, let's pull out a calendar. Okay, so you're serious. You're ready to have these conversations. Okay, so 2 weeks for today. Okay, 2 weeks from today, that looks like February 21st. What looks best for you, mornings or afternoons? Because I would really like to get my team in there so we can assess mom and really get this care started. That's what it sounds like. So once you get the scheduling down, you have to, before you hang up, you have to ask that person, how did you hear about us? How did you hear about us? Guys, this is so important to figure out, because you want to make sure what efforts from your marketing campaign is serving you. So if that person says, oh, I saw you on Instagram. Oh, my friend told me about you. I saw you on Facebook. You're writing that down. And somehow you should be tracking that, because again, whichever source, whatever referral source, whatever marketing source is feeding you most, you want to put more energy into it, right? Keep pushing that because it's already working for you. So guys, the next thing you want to do is recap, right? So you've already asked them all the questions about mom. You know who's getting the care. You know what kind of care she needs. So you're going to recap that. And then it looks like we settled on March. Looks like we settled on February 21st. We're going to perform an in-home assessment at 10:30 a.m. Is that correct, Fujica? Great. Let me get your email address. I can send you a confirmation of our appointment. It's that simple. And guys, while we're at it, you can ask that person, do you prefer an email? Do you prefer a text message? Great. I will send you a text confirmation of our conversation. I will tell you, because if you're anything like me, you're writing down what I'm saying. And so when you get on that call, you're going to try to implement this. Don't forget, it's okay to flex and change depending on your style, depending on how you conversate. Just make sure that you have it written down. The reason why I say that is because when I would have conversations with people, I would make sure that script was there, but only when I needed it. So for me, I'm pretty much working off from the top of my head, right? I'm just working from memory. If I get lost, I have my script to bring me back to center. Okay? So it depends on your conversation style. It depends on your selling style. It depends on your technique. But you won't ever develop it if you don't use it. So I really suggest that you develop your technique and really make changes that feel comfortable and natural to you. Guys, the last tip that I have for you is just like you had an opening, you have a closing. So after you conclude your recap, it sounds a little something like this. Well, Fujica, it was definitely a pleasure speaking with you today. I want to thank you so much for your time. We'll see you on the 21st. Thank you so much for calling ABC Homecare. That's it. You're thanking them for their time. You're using their name for the personalization piece of it. And then you're throwing your name at the end of the conversation. So guys, that concludes today's video. So guys, one thing I want to say to you is I am totally up for doing a scripting conversation. So if you guys actually, this is where I'm going to need you to sign off in the comments. If you would like me to do a part 2 of this video, which is just to demo what the conversation looks like, let me know in the comments, guys, and I will go ahead and put that together for you. Absolutely. So guys, I hope you found that this video was a value add. If you haven't, I would just ask that you go ahead and like this video. Do not forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're notified each and every time I drop a new video. That's all I have for you guys today. Stay blessed.